I take no pleasure in writing this script. Part of me is screaming, "Don't do it, just leave it alone!" But I can't. I started this, now I gotta finish it. For years, the Batman Arkham series has been recommended to me by viewers, and I take recommendations seriously. I started an entire series for it, going on 4 years now. This year, I finally got to Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. I did a video covering both of them, and long story short, I thought Asylum was cool, though it lost my attention after 10 hours or so, while Arkham City is one of my favorite games of the year. I'm not even a Batman fan, and I was able to fully immerse myself in the Batman experience in Arkham City. Exploring, beating up thugs, solving mysteries, and feeling generally motivated to continue the main storyline despite not being into the Batman mythology myself. If you have not seen my video on the first 2 games, I recommend you start there before watching this, because everything good I have to say about the series is contained in that video. I really liked Arkham City, let me make that clear, and having to make such a strong prelude to this video should tell you exactly where this is going. I've been warned ever since the release of that video that I'm going to struggle with Arkam Knight. Not universally, some of the comments talk about how it has the best combat in the series. I've seen some videos on YouTube showing off what Batman can do, it looked really cool. But a lot more people talked about how much of a downgrade it is and how bad the driving sections are. I wanted to give it a fair shot, just pick it up and play and see where it takes me. And, well, I'm fucking shocked! I had no idea it could be this bad. Arkham Knight is hands down one of the most irritating, frustrating, and boring games I've played in years. It's not even bad in an interesting way. The whole thing is just wrong. So many people warned me about the driving sections, but no one actually gave me a sense of just how much of the game they take up. They made it seem like an inconvenience, something you have to tolerate and try to ignore. No, I swear half this fucking game is driving the Batmobile, driving around the streets and fighting tanks. Tank combat, just what you want in a Batman game. Dodging missiles and blowing up 10 tanks in an arena fight, sneaking around Cobra tanks driven by morons that can't hear the Batmobile running over things behind them, and then shooting them in the back. Over and over and over. Missions where you gotta find a way to get the Batmobile into the area so it can do something for you. Call the Batmobile so it can save you. It never ends. Main missions, side missions, it doesn't matter. Oh, I'm gonna do this side quest and stop this bad guy from burning buildings. Let's get him. Oh no, I have to chase him in the Batmobile, of course. No! Oh, the Riddler kidnapped Catwoman. I like Catwoman, let's go save her. Shit, I have to race around the sewer first? 4 laps? Great. Okay, is she free now? No? I have to find and complete more of these driving challenges to save her? Well, sorry Catwoman, that's not gonna happen. You can just die for all I care. I'm gonna say it again, I'm fucking shocked! There came a point where I got so fed up with the game that I turned it off for, I don't know, a solid week, maybe more. I put out some other videos, played some indie games, finally I came back to Arkham Knight, not remembering where I left off. I hit continue and loaded right into a fucking tank section. Oh, fuck. It is awful. And when the driving sections finally end, you get thrown into melee combat and it's like whiplash. I can't even remember what game I was playing. What do all these buttons do again? How do I use the environmental attacks? I gotta look it up every time I open the game. Why is it the same button combination as picking up weapons? Why are there more colored indicators to react to? Blue indicators, red indicators, glowing objects, glowing people. Too much crap on screen. And why does the combat feel slower compared to Arkham City? Am I imagining things? The melee combat just doesn't feel as good to me. I remember when I first picked up City after Asylum and I tried to pick random fights in the street, I got my ass kicked right away and repeatedly. In Arkham Knight, if I pick fights, everyone is just a pushover. I don't know how to describe this in detail, it's just a feeling. I get that it's cool to have more options or different options, but the combat encounters themselves don't seem to really make that feel very satisfying. One thing I loved in Arkham City was how seamlessly they introduced the functionality of your gear into the exploration of the world. The electric gun would open doors, the freeze bombs shut off the steam pipes and could be used to form glaciers on the water, and the grapple would pull you across. You were always engaging with your gadgets, which made me want to use them more in combat because I remembered I had them. I'm not getting that experience in Arkham Knight. Instead, the solution to all these puzzles tends to be find a way to make the car do it. In Arkham City, I felt badass mastering the Batman fighting style. In Arkham Knight, I just want every fight to be over so I can move on. But move on to what? The 50th Joker conversation? The next driving sequence? The next side mission that I'm absolutely trying to avoid because there's a 50% chance it involves the Batmobile? I can't even get into the world because, as I've said, I'm not a Batman fan. But Arkham City got me there. It got me interested in the experience, and I liked exploring and interacting with the characters. It felt like an authentic Batman world, fantasy but grounded in a way. Arkham Knight does not feel like a Batman game. It feels more like... oh god, this is gonna get me in so much trouble with people. It feels like Batman porn. There's a moment early on when you're rescuing hostages, and Batman stops in the middle of the mission to call in an airdrop where he upgrades his suit. And it's this gross, overindulgent scene of, oh yeah, fuck yeah, look at all that sweet gear. Batman's so badass. Never mind the hostages are waiting to be rescued, let's run around doing these VR training missions for the next 20 minutes so we can try out all this radical Batman tech. It's gross. I felt like I needed a shower. It's not just Batman being Batman in Arkham City, it's Batman in the newest high-tech gear, man. He's got secret headquarters built all around the city. The Batwing flies in to help him. He's driving in the Batmobile shooting tanks, crashing into hundreds of cars and destroying the city and running over people without a care because he's so badass. I cannot get into this. I'm not saying there aren't things I like, I'm not saying there aren't good combat moments. I enjoyed figuring out some of the scenarios with multiple armed guards. I enjoyed encountering an actual puzzle during the campaign on the blimp, that was cool. It's fun to be able to swing off your grapple and instantly start flying, though it does feel significantly less grounded in Batman's abilities. I had fun here and there, but it was completely buried by dozens of experiences in misery and tedium. I couldn't finish it. I made it halfway into the Harley Quinn section and I gave up. It didn't matter that it was presenting me with more actual combat, I think I just didn't care anymore. I don't want to risk any more side missions involving the Batmobile, I don't care who the Arkham Knight is or what he wants. I don't care to find out how Joker's blood is infecting people with his personality or whatever. I've had it up to here with this ridiculously bloated and unintuitive upgrade system where you can upgrade like 200 things. It's enough! I've had enough! This game sucks. I'm gonna drink it out of my memory and just keep Arkham City in my thoughts. Thank you to everyone who warned me about this game. I wish I'd stayed away. And I'm tagging this on at the end because I feel everyone's gonna ask what I thought about the Fear takedown. I think it's a completely unnecessary addition that makes stealth sections way too easy, easier than they already are, since the enemies just seem to not notice you've taken out half their crew. It's stupid that you get it for free, it's stupid that it's so easy to do, I hate it. Bye!